Good morning, children. Again, in continuation of chapter 3 metals and non-metals, today we will discuss about reactions of metals with water. Metals, when react with water, they form metallic oxide and hydrogen gas is released first of all, and then in continuation to this reaction, metallic oxides dissolves in water and form metallic hydroxide. That means they form base. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. We said it from the starting, chapter 1 also and chapter 2 also. Here also same thing we are repeating, that metallic oxides are basic in nature. But here in this chapter you will learn that how each metal is dissolving in water, what is the rate of proportion of producing hydroxide ions by each metal, and why some of the metals metallic oxide forms strong base and some of the metals form weak base. Let us see how they react. You can see reaction of sodium and potassium calcium. They react with cold water even and forms metallic hydroxide and release hydroxide ions. That means they are forming strong base. But there is a small difference of calcium. When we dissolve calcium in water, it starts floating at the surface of water, at the top of water. Why? Because when first reaction we are saying metal plus water gives metallic oxide plus hydrogen. This hydrogen gas stick with the calcium particles of some of the calcium particles, and thus calcium particles start floating at the surface of water. The same thing happens with magnesium also. While magnesium reacts with hot water, you can see on the right hand side that reaction of magnesium is with hot water, but same thing happens with magnesium, that magnesium metals after dissolving in water start floating at the surface because of the magnesium particles. Some of the magnesium particles get stick with hydrogen gas and they start floating at the surface of water. If we see calcium and magnesium, they float surface of water, as you can see in the flow chart, because of the bubbles of hydrogen gas stick to their surface. Now, if we increase the temperature of water, that is, we form its steam. Aluminium, iron and zinc, these three metals do not react with cold water, they do not react with hot water, but they react with steam. Why steam? Because in ninth class also you have done that steam has high latent amount of energy, and thus it causes the oxidation of these metals, and thus they form the very weak bases, that is aluminium hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide and zinc hydroxide. So they are weak bases. Similarly, magnesium hydroxide with cold water is a weak base. But if we talk of lead, copper, gold and silver, they do not react with steam even. That means they do not react with steam, they are least reactive metals. Let us summarize the chemical equations of these above metals. Sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen plus huge amount of heat. Large amount of heat, not huge, we should say large amount of heat, because this reaction is vigorous reaction. Large amount of heat is produced. Calcium plus water gives calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Magnesium plus water also gives magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Aluminium, that is reacting with steam. Please write down in brackets steam, G. Iron also reacts with presence of steam, and zinc also reacts with steam, as we have seen in the flow chart. Reaction of gold, silver and copper do not take place with steam even. So in our NCERT, your homework is to draw that diagram that name few metals which react with steam only. And interestingly, one time there was a diagram based question in board, and some of the children, please do not think that diagram do not come. Diagrams also comes. So please do this diagram very well, given in NCERT, reaction of iron wools with steam. So do it carefully. Thank you.